So, can you guess what I'm going to be reviewing today? Shield. Yep, I decided to get myself the 2016 Nvidia Shield. If anybody bothered to watch my review on the 8-inch Chewy tablet, which was about $100 less than, the week or two that I used it, I thought the screen on it was excellent. It didn't have the one glass solution, but you know, the colours, etc., I thought was really good. And what I liked about it is when I was using it at work, the form factor, this 8-inch, seemed to really suit being in your pocket and easy to carry to meetings, and basically it was generally very, very easy to use. Unfortunately for me, somebody else saw it and they really liked it, and what they did was they offered a swap for the lens I'm actually using on my Nikon D5300 that I'm recording this review on. They swapped it with a 35mm fixed DX lens, which is really cool and great for stills, and I've been using it for my videos of late. So yeah, so it left me without a tablet other than my Kobo, which I'm enjoying, but well, you know, you can't fit it in your pocket. I'd fancied the Shield before. Anybody who's listened to my voice and listened to my reviews will know that I ain't no gamer. Now, what are the specs of me Shield? Okay, it's 8-inch, full HD. It has 8 megapixel and 5 megapixel cameras. It has the Nvidia Tegra K1 CPU, and it has this fancy 192 core Kepler GPU, and this is basically the thing that is good for all the games. So you know, I'm not really a heavy gamer, but maybe I'll try some more stuff now that I've got this. The 2016 model, which I think was announced in 2015, the original Nvidia Shield, people probably will know, had a problem with their battery, like Samsung, and there was a recall, and a lot of them were basically killed by the company. No such issues with this tablet. This battery is a 5200 mAh battery. They all come with 16 GB internal memory, and a slot up to either 100, I've read in two places, either 128 or 256 GB on an SD card. So you might be thinking, and this is exactly what I thought, 16 gig? That's not going to be enough for my apps, and I'm going to face a problem. I can't move apps to my SD card until I did some reading, and this baby came updated with Marshmallow 6.0.1, I think it's called. And within Marshmallow, basically they say that the software will allow the SD card to become the same as the internal memory, so you can download apps from the Play Store onto the internal memory. So result, you've got plenty of storage, whatever you need. If you go all the way up to 128 or even 256, I think you've got more than enough. Quality of the build, yep, is excellent. Okay, I mean, the aesthetics of this machine are very understated. It's got this kind of softish kind of back to it, and you can already see fingerprint markings and stuff. There's a wee bit of a fingerprint magnet. The front here is got like rubber, if you can show you here and here. It's a wee bit like a big black HTC One or something like that. It's I think it is not unattractive. Okay, I think it is beautiful in the simplicity of its looks, and really I've only had it about 3 or 4 days, and I have really enjoyed using it. It is very, very fast. The screen, even though, okay, some people might complain, oh, it's not a 2K screen, and for the money that I paid for this, I probably could have got a 2K screen. I see Huawei are doing a media pad, I think it's called M3. I could probably have added some extra money and I would have got it. I've got this at the moment on about 2/3 brightness. It is plenty bright. Okay, it's a wee bit on the thick side. You can see here it's a bit similar to maybe some tabs of old, but to me, I don't know, it doesn't bother me. I really like it. I feel that thickness gives it a bit of quality to it. Plus I just like the general look of it. Day-to-day operation since I've been using it has been pretty good. I installed the usual Antutu, and let's just look at here what my score was. I was surprised because it was more than I was expecting. Let me see if you can see it. Can you see it there? Okay, so 92,368 on Antutu. I mean, I think that's a brilliant score. Although you'll see phones listed now that are way up in the 150s, 170,000s. So I will go back to what I said about these benchmarkings. I mean, it's all relative. If you don't notice anything whilst your day-to-day use of your tablet, then I mean, you know, so what if the score's high or low? But I'd read somewhere that the Antutu score on the K1 was like in the mid 55,000, so I was surprised. My usage of it is basically been some mostly reading, office work, browsing, watching some movies, and occasionally looking at a game or two, and really I found it more than enough to meet my needs. Now, unlike the original Shield, this one does not come with the stylus. In fact, it don't come with nothing. It's just the box. You have to provide your own mini USB charger. You will see here we've got at the top you've got the USB, plus you've got mini or micro HDMI, and then your headphone jack. I was watching football last night. It looked excellent. The sound was great on my relatively tinny Xiaomi earphones that I use at home. The sound was great. So I mean, for my usage, definitely it is more than enough to deal with what I'm going to be throwing at it. I'm just liking the screen a lot, really. Now, going back to the lack of stylus, well, I mean, I suppose you can buy any stylus. I do have my own stylus, which is this one here, and I don't remember what it's called. It's got a name on it. I can't even read it. I need to get my glasses. But let's just see. Let me turn it on. Have I charged it? Yep. You can see here now. You might think, what the hell is he writing? Is that English? Well, believe you me, yep, that is English. And here's me signing what would be my signature. And I mean, really, it is not bad. I mean, it's a bit easier to write when it is flat and I'm not holding it to the camera trying to show you. So let's see if I can do this here without making a mess. I think there's some kind of palm alert thing. Again, it's not easy for me to write at this angle, but my writing is terrible, so I don't find it bad at all, and it's not something I would use a lot. But I mean, if I was at work and I was wanting to take some notes, it seems to not want to write when I'm pulling down something at the top. I find it pretty good. My signature is really crap. and this shows how crap my signature is. Let's see if I can show you a wee bit better here. It's not easy. I need a cameraman. But yeah, with this stylus and this app called Squid, yeah, I mean, you could easily take notes on the go, and then you can transcribe them. I was going to download OneNote, which I haven't done yet. I'm not an artist, as you can see. Let me see without it. Can I show you? Can I show you? It is not much lag at all. I will put my head on the line and say it is probably just as good as the Samsung Galaxy Tab Pro that I had, which it had the S Pen, because I often said to anybody who was interested enough to listen to me that I thought that the S Pen had the best stylus that I'd ever tried, albeit a bit small. So yeah, I think with a decent stylus you can certainly use this for notes on the go. If you're a gamer plus you're at work, you could really integrate this quite well. As I said, it is pretty speedy going through everything. I want to point out this app here for people. It's called Mobdro. It's only available on Android at the moment. Can you see there? Let me see if I can get it without the light shining. This you get at www.mobdro.com, and at the moment this app is free, and it basically will give you the access to loads of live TV streaming, etc. Now I'm in the Middle East, and I'm missing some of my Scottish football and the English Premiership, and this app has got all the channels, American channels, it's got British channels, Sky Sports, BT Sports, etc. So it's definitely worthwhile downloading. It's not on the Play Store, you need to download it from the website, but it is definitely worth a look while it is available. How long it will be available, how long it will be free, that I can't tell you, but it is definitely worth checking it out if you are Android like me. They do say that they are developing something for the iPhone, but maybe if they do get something, I'll install it on my wife's. She has an iPad Pro. I will install it on that. So it's a good wee app. The app that I've been using for writing is called Squid, and it came, if I can show you here, there, Squid, if you can read it, it came pre-installed. There's very little bloatware. There's some Nvidia Shield console mode, but very little else. It didn't even have a file browser, and of course this can be paired up with the Shield and Nvidia gaming controller, so that you really can get into your games using a proper controller. So for the gamers out there, definitely, if you probably have it, really, I mean, this is probably the only tablet that is specifically for the gaming community. I'm sure there's plenty of other tablets that can handle games pretty good as well, but Nvidia really, with that GPU, have really set their stall out on providing the best gaming experience possible. Now the quad-core processor is clocked at 2.2, and it has 2 GB of Shield 2 GB of RAM, and this is my opinion, whether you will agree with me or not. I feel at the moment that 2 GB of RAM is more than enough to keep all our mobile devices going nice and smoothly. Now my PPTV King 7 has 3 GB of RAM, and I don't notice it being any faster or any slower than this. I have at home a Ugos Android TV box that's got a quad-core rock chip processor and 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB of internal memory, and I mean it's fast. But when I'm looking, when I'm using it, I have it listed at the top how much of the memory has been used, the processor, etc. And it's very rarely is it using more than just over 2 GB of RAM. So, you know, for most of us, I would say that 2 GB is more than enough. The newer phones, some of them coming with 6 GB. Well, I mean, I read that 6 GB is just a waste at the moment in Android. I don't think the Android or the phones have caught up with that amount of memory. But of course, we always like to think that the bigger, the more we have, the better things are going to be. Well, you know, this basically has proved that wrong, because with the excellent processor and 2 GB of RAM, this is as fast as any tablet. And I know people who'd be interested to looking on various websites and looking at benchmarking and all that. This thing pretty much keeps up with nearly anything that is out there, and stuff that is a lot more expensive. Now, I think you can get this for about $250, maybe less, on the market from various websites. I paid a wee bit more. I live in KSA, and I paid a bit of a premium for it. I could have waited, but I had the money burning a hole in my pocket, and I said, just let me get it, but don't tell my wife what I paid for it, okay? Anybody who knows the prices of these in the Middle East, I'm relying on you to keep that secret. So, I mean, it's relatively, there's not much else to talk about it. I mean, you have your volume rocker here, your power button. Here is a wee flap that you unpick, and that's where you put your SD card in. With the Android Marshmallow, I'm hoping that, I did read again that there might not be much more upgrade to it, and there may be a newer model coming, but it was supposed to have been shelved. So who knows? I mean, maybe there'll be more Android upgrades. Wouldn't it be great if we got it up to Nugget or Nougat, however you want to pronounce it? I think you know, that would be cool. Certainly for me, at the moment, I'm not going to change my tablet. Not until the new year anyway. Christmas is coming. I'm going home to Bonnie, Scotland for Christmas and New Year. I don't plan to be spending any money on gadgets, etc., which will no doubt keep my wife happy. You'll see the back camera here, 8 megapixel, and front camera here, 5 megapixel, and you know, that's more than enough for your video calling and really anything you want to do, and casual photos. I mean, it's still small enough to, I suppose, whip it out here and there to take a snap, but not what you're going to be using for your daily shooter. That's my phone, excuse me 1 second. So, you know, you're not using it as a you know, fully functioning camera. So it's you know, I think for people who are looking for a decent tablet with a great gaming function, a nice screen. Some people were complaining that the screen was a bit dim, but I mean, it's on 2/3 here of brightness, and it's plenty bright. And usually at night, if I'm reading any ebooks, I'm turning it down. Some people complained, I read, that they didn't feel it was bright enough. I think it's plenty bright. So I suppose it really all depends on you know, your personnel preferences. But really, the size, for people at work, want to use it at work, want to have something a wee bit different, fits in your pocket. I've ordered the Nvidia cover, you know, it has a folio cover for it. I've ordered that just to try and protect the screen. Ultimately, if I end up selling it, then, you know, it will settle better with an original cover. Yep, What was I saying? Yeah, sorry, the camera cut off there. I will just finish by saying, yeah, I ordered that cover, folio cover. It was like going for $20 on eBay, and that really is my review of the Nvidia Shield. Anybody looking for a mid-range tablet that is well built, nice screen, good for games, and productivity with the stylus use, yep, you can get some productivity there. This is worth taking a look at. It's a wee bit thick, as I said, but that's to me is not detrimental. I like it, it looks cool. Remember, don't come with anything in the box. Added extras, I think the stylus is about $14, and the world charger is probably about $20-30, something like that. I don't think you need that, and I think you choose your own stylus. You'll be, you know, I think that would be a better choice. The usual, any questions, any comments, leave them below. I'm excitedly waiting for my Ucatel U20, which is on pre-order. If it doesn't come before I go on vacation, I will review it after vacation, but I'm hoping it might come. It looks pretty good, pretty decent spec for the price. So that's me. Goodbye.